Auction time. This is the 7G series auction. 7G01. We started this one on the. This is pumpkin. Hello, hello. Hey, David. Good evening. Tommy Taylor. I'm just checking the auction. I can actually see it now. It's not as dark, I suppose. Kiowa. Hey. Jim Cooper. Jim Main. Hello. Bill Taylor. Hey guys, thought it wasn't going to happen today. Maybe I don't know the schedule. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 to 8 p.m. Mike Tufts. Matthias. Melander. Good to see you. Checking the auction. Diario. Diario de un loco. Good night. Oh, from Spain. Let's see who else here. Daniel Flintknapping. Hey, hey. Scott Lauer. Hey, hey. Matthias was just napping when I got the notification. Imagine that. Flint nappers watching a live stream. Yeah. Imagine that. It's light out. For once, we've got some light, the daylight savings time. That's probably what threw you off on the schedule, Bill Taylor, is the daylight savings time thing. It changed yesterday. I think it was 1 hour ahead. All right, let's see what we got. I know I didn't miss the switch stage this time. Keith Ricketts. Mary, you made it. Hello from Oregon. Chris, I'm addicted to napping because of you. Thank you so much for sharing all the knowledge. You're very welcome. I don't share all my knowledge. Most of it. Yeah. And some I don't even know I share because I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah. I got to check on an email right now. Let's see. My daughter just sent me a message. Hold on. Mike Mason. Yeah, Mary, you came in right at the beginning, so we got 2 hours. Yeah. Yep. Let me see. I got to check on something. Figures, right when I start a live stream, I got to check on something for my daughter. Let's see, what do we got here? Jim Cooper says, hey, a little bit of a problem. I tried to send an email on mobile, but I think the format screwed up because when I sent it, the descriptions and the pictures all matched. But when I went to go look on my phone, PC, none. Jim Cooper, none of the photos and descriptions matched up, so I'm trying to resort it out. Okay. I don't know anything about the technicalities of these problems. Unfortunately, Keith says, I don't share all my knowledge either. I can't remember most of it. Like Mason. Audio sounds fuzzy today. Ah, great. Is it really fuzzy? I had it pinned to my shirt. Let's see. She is very important. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, kind of fuzzy. Yeah, that figures. I had to restart the live stream because it wouldn't uh, upload right away. Jim Cooper, I think if you break it up into smaller emails. Yeah, sometimes email is too large to send. Let's see, Mike Mason. Oh, that's better. Yeah, if I hold the microphone right in front of me, it works better. Yep. Alrighty. So pardon me while I'm going to be rude for a second and not be able to pay attention too much. Let's see. If I push the wrong buttons, I'm in big trouble. So I have to make sure I don't push the wrong buttons. I can send. All right, let's see. I'll send her that. Did it work? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. Get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's see. Hey, Blades and Points. Sal. Sal's here. Sal's in the house. Jordan's in the house. Awesome. Happy Monday. Yeah. Yep. I mean, not all Mondays are happy, but today is happy. Yes. Yeah, everybody say hi to everybody. Tell me what you want to talk about. I can talk about stuff, nerdy stuff all day, but tell me what you want to talk about. Because it's better that way. That way the topics get varied and everyone gets a little chance to participate. What did Garfield always say? Oh, he loved pizza, so he was always talking about pizza. Let's see, I hate Mondays, but I love lasagna. Or was it lasagna? I guess it was lasagna, not pizza. Let's see. So I have a subject to speculate on. Yeah, what is it? R. Snyder's here. Yeah. Teaching the new generation of nappers in the old days. That's the topic of discussion, teaching the new generation of nappers in the old days. Yeah. Well, usually it was a rite of passage or part of the rite of passage, right? In the stories that I've heard, once you reach a certain age as a male, you get to hang around with the guys. So you just you're just there to absorb, watch and absorb. Yep. And don't bug anybody, don't get anybody's way. And if you need to pull your own weight, you better do it. Let's see. We all pay our dues. Do you suppose they slow rolled napping into the teachings to preserve material? No, they just said go over there and mess with the flakes. Don't bug us too much. Just go over there and mess with the flakes. And don't go barefoot and don't step on them and don't eat any of them. Even if you're super hungry and you can't stand it anymore, you better not eat any of those flakes. Because they're not frosted flakes. Okay. Yeah, when my kids started to learn to nap, they just sit around and watch a little while and they pick up some flakes and they said, Dad, can I try that tool? Yeah, try it. I didn't have to teach them very much, except when they asked me a question. Dad, why is it so hard to take a flake off? Hit it harder with the rock or with the tool or whatever you picked up. Just hit it harder. Or, Dad, why can't I use this pressure flaker? Press harder. But I can't do it. Okay, well, come back later. Let's see. Howdy, y'all. Just got in from the doctor's office, and before that, I spent the morning making Laurel chert bifaces. The arms are tired. Brennan, yeah, that's some tough stuff for sure. Let's see. Broke far less than I succeeded on. That's good, right? Let's see. Jim Cooper says, okay, Patrick, try the email with the subject line. Try 2 part 1. See if it presents the way I intend. Okay, I'll check the email. Let's see, Jim Cooper. I got some photos. I got your email. All right, that's it. Lots of photos. They're all child friendly, or family friendly, I should say. Yeah, bunches and bunches of photographs. Is that your work, or are those artifacts? Because I can't tell right away. It looks like some of them might be artifacts. All right, let's see what it says here. Let's see. Mike Mason, when I told you about finding a small point with cortex on it, I considered that was part of such a thing. Learning long ago, but I'm sure there are many reasons that could happen. Yeah, there's many reasons for these artifacts. Some of them might be learning attempts. Okay, that's the first attempt, Jim says. Well, I think that's the only one I got. 5:53 p.m. I don't see anything before or after that, Jim. Yeah. Nothing before or after the 5:53 p.m. Unless it's way back. But no, everything goes back to 7:20 a.m. The first email I got today was 2:52 a.m. That's a delete. The 5:01 a.m. is a delete because it's a spam. Yeah, especially when it goes, hello, dear Jack Crafty. Yeah, no one calls me that. Let's see, auto reply. Oh, that's a delivery. I got a package today. Who did I get a package from? I can't remember now. I didn't notice. Okay. Ashia McNabb. I broke 3 in a row the other day and then made my best rainbow ever. Awesome. The next email. I don't see any other next email, right? Well, let me hold on a second. This is only one email, Jim Cooper. It's got a bunch of pictures in it. There's only one email in my inbox. That's it. All right. Okay, I'll take a look again in a little bit. Maybe I should just restart the phone. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay, take a look in a bit. Oh, yeah. Love the laurel leaf biface. Yeah, I'll make one soon, but the laurel leaf. I think we might be getting mixed up between laurel chert and laurel leaf bifaces. Something like that. Yeah. If any of you have kids at Flintknapping, let us know and let us know how they began. I bet you they began by just stealing some of your tools and trying it out. Not really wanting too much tutoring because they think you're lame anyway. Turkey tail points often have cortex on their tips. I posted pics of 3 turkey tail points a friend found on my channel. Okay, so on your channel, R. Snyder, I don't know, did you send out a video, or did you post a video so I can get notifications that got sent out? Let me see. I don't see. I just see comments and bids on my auction right now. Let's see. Well, I'll look in a little bit more. A little bit. Let's see. I like your unboxing videos. It's like Christmas morning, Don Reed says. All right, cool. Okay, I'll do some more unboxings. How about if I just box them up and pretend I got them in the mail? Yeah. I'll have an unboxing every day. It'll be Christmas every day. The first one I sent is a couple artifacts I found, a gray blue hand axe and a porcelainite core. You'll have to see it for yourself. Okay. Bill Taylor, I seen your points on Facebook, Alicia. It's a nice looking point. Can I look at go to channel? Oh, I can go to someone's channel while I'm doing this. Let me see. Let me see. Created playlists. Oh, okay. I didn't know I can do that. I can actually check out your channels from here. All right, let's see. Let me go back and see if I can mess this up. I agree with unboxings. Okay, Mary. Good to know. Our Snyder loves the unboxings. Daniel Flintknapping. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can find our Snyder's. Go to channel. Archaeological Society publications 2 days ago. You got a bunch of shorts. Our Snyder's got a bunch of shorts. Yeah. I could probably play the video, but it'll interrupt with the sound probably. Let's see. Justin, evening. Keith says, my son is 13 years old and he watches me, Mr. Collins and you, Patrick. But he doesn't listen to any of us. There you go. Let's see. Jim Cooper, I found a problem. It didn't send because my autocorrect changed the recipient address. Got it fixed. Okay. Yeah, Jim Cooper's always wrestling with the emails. Let's see. Mike Tufts, I made 3 lathe tools with flakes and turned sugar maple yesterday. Made a video. Awesome. Sugar maple was, it's not spalted maple, I guess. I used to have a bunch of spalted maple, but I got rid of it. I never used it. The pics are in the post section. Oh, okay, let's see. Where is the post section? Go to channel. Posts. There it is. Turkey tail. Okay, I see at the very base there is a little bit of cortex. Yeah, just a little bit. Like a 1/8 by 1/8 little. Let's see. Ohio turkey tail points from a second cache in the same field. My good friend found these. Hope you all enjoy these pics. Let's see. I can. All right. There's more than one. There's a series. No, there's only 2. Yeah. There's a lot of patina on one side. Awesome. I need to do some posts. Let's see. Something came up. I got to go. Okay, Bill Taylor. We'll see you. See you guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye for now. All righty. Next time. For sure. Wednesday. Wednesday's the next one. And hopefully we'll get rid of the problem with the motion. See, I don't have the problem right now. I can move my hand and it won't look like it's all fuzzy or it looks like I broke the matrix or something. See that? It's pretty good today. I got to make sure I start the live stream early on Wednesday and make sure that it does the motion capture correct. Yeah. Well, making sure means I've got to try to post the live stream, and then if it doesn't work, I gotta turn it off, go back and delete that live stream, start another one. Hopefully that comes up properly. Rinse or wash, rinse, repeat. Let's see. Scott says, Mike, that bopper with the flakes in it and the resin is so cool, man. Yep. Let's see. Mike Mason, I started around 13 with no teachers, found an artifact and went out and broke it. Broke all the good stones on the property in Texas that I could find. Mike says, thanks God, I picked up every one of those myself from the Ohio River. That's awesome. Yeah, see, R. Snyder likes that bopper too. Yeah. So the bopper with the epoxy handle might be a big hit. Yeah. Should I send it back to you, Mike Tubbs, so you can sell it to somebody, one of these eager beavers? I'm afraid to use it because I don't want to mess it up. And oh yeah, I was going to ask you, does that cap come off? Because I tried to take it off, but I felt some resistance, so I didn't want to crack it or anything. Let me know if that cap comes off that epoxy resin handle bopper. Yeah, Justin says that bopper's pretty great. Oh, you guys saw the bopper. Nice. So, what's the next topic? What was I going to talk about? I already talked about glass. I wanted to find a cheap source of glass block, but I'm looking for dark colors though. They seem to be hard to find. I can find big chunks of clear glass. I just don't like clear glass. Let's see. Mike says you do not have to send it back to me because I made a silicone mold for that size and shape. Oh, okay. Jim Cooper tried part 2. Sent this one. There's a couple of bifaces I made of Arizona pastelite. Let's see. You can probably check the emails now. Well, let's see. I'll see what I can do here. Yeah, I do have part 2 of 2. Okay, so I got that one. That picture. Okay, so I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pictures, all made by me with direct percussion. These are 2 variants of pastelite I gathered from Burrow Creek. Both are raw and have varying quality as shown by the thickness and steps in the tan pinkish blade. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. I see. I can scroll through them now. Yeah, I see some step fractures and the inconsistencies. I assume these are not heat treated. They look pretty good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those. You got good thinness on it, right? So that means you've been doing this for a while. You're an experienced napper, right? I mean, I knew that already, but just so everyone knows. Okay, let's see. Pretty good. I think it's pretty good for just stuff you find in a creek. Let's see. Have any sites been found recently that grabbed your interest? My interest from recent sites. Oh gosh, let's see. I got to remember stuff. It's painful to try to remember things. Let me see. Interesting sites lately. No. I mean, I can just watch these guys that collect arrowheads, and that's interesting. That's a brand new site. They go, look, I found something cool. The thing I don't like is when they go, oh, I can't wait to see if it's full, if it's not broken. and they start scraping away little by little, scraping here a little, scraping here a little, jiggling it. I don't know. Should I pull it? Should I pull it? Should I pull it? And then they pull it out. Oh, it's broken. Just pull the dang thing out. Dang it. Takes them forever to get that thing out of there. So I don't watch those videos. Moral of the story is I got tired of watching those. I don't know of any interesting sites lately that have been published. I subscribe to academia, right? And I get a bunch of reports, and I get a bunch of, I follow a bunch of archaeologists, and I get these, not reports, but articles, right? Or are they called something else? Anyway, once in a while I'll go in there and I'll look and see what they discovered. But it's nothing really amazing. Yeah, once you've seen a bunch of stuff, I've seen thousands and thousands of artifacts. So yeah, unfortunately, it loses its luster after a while. Let's see, Mike Tuff says, I always like the unboxing videos because I'm a very nosy person. Let's see, Jim says, I tried to take better pictures with these, and yeah, they're raw. Well, that's good. Yeah, it's awesome. You do have your tape measure next to it, so let's see, 6-14, that's 8-inch. Yep. Big blades. I think you said you like to make big blades. Let's see here. Ross Wellman, hey, nice bopper, Mike. Best quality picture in the live stream so far. Yeah, because I think I have the lighting is just right. Right now, it's outside is what they call the magic hour, which means the sun has just barely set, so it's still light out, but it's indirect light. And I got the window wide open over here. So yeah, we can see. Usually when I do these live streams, it's just this lamp and maybe a light in the kitchen. That's it. And this light back here. This one. I don't like to use a bunch of light at night. Let's see. Sexual aggressor Anderson. Sup? Jim Cooper, well, it's not actually in the creek. It's scattered along the desert floor. Burrow Creek is just the closest landmark to name the site after. A few mountains there are like glass buttes, but with agate. I see. Papers? Mary asks, papers? What's that mean? Jim Cooper, every rock you pick up is agate. I see. David De Lorenzo, did you ever hunt artifacts yourself? Yeah, for a little while. I had a deer lease where I was renting a deer lease in Texas. I forget the name now of the town that's nearby. Anyway, it's in central Texas. And instead of hunting, I was searching artifacts, searching for artifacts. And there was a lot on that particular deer lease. Just on the surface, you'd find flakes and little broken pieces. So I've got several broken pieces. Some are recognizable, some are not. Some have parallel flaking and some don't. And the parallel flaking is not consistent. So I've got one that's got the parallel flaking on one side only. You turn it over and it's just regular random with step fractures. But the other side's got some parallel flaking. And just all kinds of little pieces. I have a perdiz, a piece of a perdiz, a piece of Toya that are recognizable. So I've got maybe 20 pieces from the like a month or so that I was hunting on that lease. That's the only hunting that I've done. And one of the times I went out, I actually took one of my daughters and she went looking for artifacts too. And that's when I found a part of a bell point. That was exciting because you could see the deep notch. It was not an andice because the notch was not deep enough. Let's see. Jim Cooper and close-ups of the flakes. Okay. Mike Tuss. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate that. Yep. Justin says, daylight savings time for the win? No. I don't like daylight savings time. Let's see. R. Snyder. Not me. I just grab the point when I see it. Good. No clickbait drama or build up pulling points. Yeah, I'm glad. Good. You're one of the few. There's so much drama now involved in artifact hunting. I suppose that's what gets some clicks. Yeah. Justin says, what do you get for one of those handles? Yeah, what do you get? Brutus. Howdy all. Brutus Thunderhand. Let's see. Jesse. LMAO. The daylight savings got me. I'm late to the party. Yeah, not too late. Yeah. But you missed how to make $1 million Flintknapping. Guys are always missing that part. Jim Cooper. Try 2 Part 3 sent the Georgetown blades. What do you want me to try out? You just want me to look at these snapshots? Let's see. I don't have try 2 Part 3. I don't have 2 Part 3. Let's see. Newland. Okay. Ed got his package today. Are you on the live stream? We're talking about someone behind their back. Yeah, he sent me a picture of his package. He got the obsidian. Oh, he lives in Canada. That's why he sent me that. Yeah, it took a while. It takes about 2 weeks to get to his spot in Canada. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted. Let's see. Mike Tufts, Patrick, whatever ringtone indicator you have, it sounds like I'm sitting in the back of a police car with handcuffs on. That's funny. How do you know what that sounds like? That's what I want to know. Yeah, they've dramatized a lot of the Rock Hunter channels. Yeah. R. Snyder, I've been picking up artifacts for 40 years. You love it. Yeah. You must after 40 years. Stephen Stacy, hey, I watched the video last night late. I'm going to get the copper rods for indirect percussion. You get those from Lowe's? No, copper rods from eBay. Yeah, if you need the link to it, do I have it? Hold on. If I try to get it, I can't post it now because I uploaded all my stuff from my notes onto the internet. But I've got so many notes that I'll probably have to scroll. But let me try it anyway. Let me see if I can cut and paste. No, forget. Scratch that. Never mind. I don't want to mess up and push the wrong button. I'm very dangerously close to pushing the wrong button if I start looking for. But what you can do is if you need to know where I get the copper rods from, just comment like in the auction, where do you get copper rods? And I'll cut and paste from my phone, which is like 1,000 times easier than trying to cut and paste from the computer. Okay? Let's see. Sexual aggressor Anderson, it's all about money now. Yeah. Jim Cooper says the second attempt by me to make the emails work. That's what the subject line of the email to. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I got 2 Part 3 now, and it's Georgetown blades. Yeah. Thinness. Lack of step fractures, although I see. Yeah, that's pretty clean. I only saw 1 step fracture. Yeah, good. So you're using just percussion? Both percussion. The narrow one started out as a narrow nodule, so it didn't lose as much width as it may look like. Okay. All righty. So what kind of percussion are you using? Because just saying it's percussion doesn't tell me much. Let's see. Speaking of artifact hunting, this is Michael, Red-Eyed Patriot. I went earlier today and found 2 full points in a couple brokes, posting tomorrow evening. Oh, dang, that's already? Yeah. it's early in the season, or maybe you're always able to hunt where you're at for artifacts. Let's see, Scott Lauer. Hugs REP fur babies. I don't know what these things mean, Mary. Red Eyed Patriot. Hey, Mary. Yeah. Sal says you can get steel and aluminum rods from Home Depot and Lowe's, but not copper. Yeah, exactly. I get all my steel from Lowe's and some of the aluminum, yeah. But I usually order my aluminum from eBay as well. Yeah. Okay, let's switch hands to do the mouse with the left hand. Let's see. What flavor of rock will you be napping next? I don't know. They have a saying around here. It's like catch as catch can. That's my next flavor of rock. Mary says, oh, yeah, and congratulations on the points. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, thank you. Let's see. Copper Bopper, I thought I said that. My bad. Copper Bopper. Okay, Copper Bopper, let's narrow it down. Is it a rounded head, flat head? What is the ounces on the Copper Bopper? Or do you use 4 different types or one type only? Do you use a beat up one or do you use a pristine one as much as you can? Do you maintain it a lot or just so-so? Is it solid copper or is it lead filled? See, let's be specific. All right, let's see. Red Eye Patriot, 70 degrees here today. Brutus says Amazon has copper rods as well. Yeah, I bet you it does. Amazon's got everything. I just like eBay for ordering because it goes straight to my PayPal, whereas Amazon, let's see, Amazon doesn't, I don't think. It kind of does it indirectly. Anyways, I find it easier to order off eBay. Let's see. Mary says he has cute animals. I call them his fur babies. But who has cute animals? I'm lost in this little chat right there. There's a sub chat within the chat, and I'm lost in that sub chat. Let's see, Mike Mason. What would bears be without bees? Ears. I don't know why that's funny. Let's see. Sure, like the look of the gray obsidian or dacite. You can really see the flake scars on that color. Oh, yes, you can. Let's see. Jim Cooper. Okay, Patrick, last part. Sent part 4, Edwards. All right. Yeah, I got that one. That was fast. Last one for today. An Edwards spear point and a wide biface that I need to finish. Both raw and pressure flake finish on the spear point. So let's see. Let's see. And what did you start with? You just start with nodules, or do you spall the nodule and then nap the spalls? Do you do a rock to point, or do you take spalls off and then nap a spall? Or is it, whatever happens, happens? Lead filled beat up. Okay, Jordan says he uses a lead filled beat up, one and only, low maintained, time for a new one. I see. Yeah. That was me too. I would just abuse the same one over and over again until it died. And then I'd buy another one. And then I'd be without one for a couple of weeks and I'd go, what am I going to do? That's, let's try something else. Let's go to Home Depot and buy a steel pipe with a steel cap and see if it works. Yeah. That way I don't have to wait for 2 weeks or whatever, a week or whatever for the thing to come in the mail. I just go in 20 minutes round trip. 50 to 60 this week in Michigan. Oh, degrees, 50 to 60 degrees. Yeah, it's supposed to be 60 degrees here tomorrow. Unbelievable. When just a month and a half ago, it was like -4, -9 degrees. Let's see. Mary says, Red-Eyed Patriot. You're talking to Red-Eyed Patriot, Mary? I'm missing some of these little chats. When Mary types REP, she's talking to me. Okay, I see. Easier than typing out. All right, I see. All right, Red-Eyed Patriot. There you go. Now I'm starting to understand some of this stuff. Stephen Stacy, it is any way for you to email or contact me directly? Yeah. I won auction when you first started, and I feel I still owe you and maybe can send you some obsidian. Yeah, you can send me an email to jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Jackcrafty, one word, the number 2, at gmail.com. Jackcrafty2@gmail.com, and I should get it. Unless you're Jim Cooper and then the email doesn't work right. That was uncalled for. Don't make fun of your chat personnel. Let's see. Scott Lauer. Hot for the time of year here in England. I see. So 50 to 60 degrees, that's Fahrenheit, right? Oh, that's Ralph. That's not Scott Lauer. Or Snyder. Has anyone wore out a bopper down to the lead filling? Yeah, I've done that. But it was already kind of worn out. Someone gave it to me, and they said, this has only got a little bit of copper left. You want it? I said, yeah, I'll take it. It's free, right? Yeah, I'll take it. So I took it, and I wore it out at the Knapping. This was in Tennessee when I went to the Knapping. There's a Knapping in Tennessee that's attached to the Twin Oaks Bow Hunters annual shoot. Yeah, they have a competition every year, Chapmansboro, Tennessee, in May, beginning of May, and I try to make that one, but I won't. I don't think I'll make it this year. I have to go visit my daughter. My grandson is going to be born in April, toward the end of the month, so I'll be preoccupied. Let's see. Jim Cooper says he wears out boppers all the time. Let's see. Matthias says, just send pictures of my best friend, of my best artifact. Let's see here. Okay, Jim Cooper says, wait, I gotta back up. Who's the guy that reminds us to smash a like button? That's Alan Cole. I don't see him tonight. He's slacking, yeah. Jim Cooper says, lead-filled copper bopper set from 3/4 inch all the way up to 3 inches. If the piece is big enough, I'd have to weigh the stuff, and maintenance is so-so. I'll pound it out if it gets too dinged up. I see. You should get some solid copper if you wear them out all the time. Berta says, R. Snyder, yes. Matthias, just send pictures of my best artifact. Yeah, I wear out boppers all the time. Okay, where am I here? Red-Eyed Patriot. I have Snyder. The whole top of the copper came off and left the lead attached to the handle. That's funny, yeah. Jesse says, I've been having good success with percussion thinning with a flat paddle bopper. Edge is slightly angled. Guessing scraping, build up pressure until it finally releases. I see. I think I understand that. Yeah, Matthias, yeah, he says he's found some stuff. All right. Yeah, post pictures of that kind of stuff. Now that I know that there's a section where I can look to see where you guys post pictures, I thought they would just come up in the regular video selection. But no, they separated it. Let's see, similar to bending flakes you discussed about Charles Eaton vids. Oh yeah, Charles Eaton, he calls them bending flakes, those really flat flakes with almost non-existent bulbs of percussion from hammerstone work. Yeah, he calls them bending flakes, but that's an old term that it's outdated. No one serious about knapping uses the term bending flakes anymore. I don't think. Yeah. Jim Cooper says, as far as weight, I fill them up with lead as much as I can get away with and still have a good solid epoxy connection. Also rounded copper caps. How long does it take to wear out one if you nap once or twice a week? It depends on what you're napping. It varies greatly. Like I've known guys that nap all week long, mainly obsidian, and I found out, and they say, "Yeah, I've had this particular bopper for like 14 years. What's wrong with you that you've been wearing yours out? I don't understand it. I don't nap only obsidian. Yeah, and I don't nap from spalls or from thin flakes. I nap from nodules, and I beat the crap out of the thing. And I use raw chert, not slick, best quality obsidian. Scott Lauer says, I've never tried a bopper yet. Hey, well, good. It took me a while before I got used to boppers. I do like them, I have to admit. Yeah. But I didn't use them in the beginning very much. I did use them in the beginning, in the very beginning, because someone would give me their extras. I used to go to nap-ins in the beginning too. So I figured out pretty quick that's where you get most of the free stuff, like flakes and old boppers and old pressure flakers. Let's see. Mary says 33 people here, 13 likes. Yeah, only 13 of you got fingers that operate properly. Everyone else has got arthritis or something. Let's see. Bushy's here. There you go. There he is. He showed up. Brutus, I use solid copper. Two favorites, 1/4 inch and 3/4. They don't need maintenance as much because I use them to backflake platforms much more than rough abrading. What's a backflake platform technique? I use them to backflake platforms. I don't know what that means. I'm one of 13. Jordan hit the like button. Okay, so we won't say that you're slacking. Ask Butter, hey, what's up? Jordan Kirkpatrick. Yeah. Jordan's in Ask Butter's in the house. Yes, yes. Let's see. Yep. Bushy is number 14. 14 likes. I see 20 likes now. That must 21. See, Brutus deleted message. R. Snyder says, please smash the like button. Brutus says, 1 1/4 inch bopper, no, not 1/4. Oh, 1 1/4 inch. I see. All right. I am comment section reading disabled or impaired. We can't say disabled anymore. I got to say impaired. I've tried solid copper. It doesn't seem to have the right diffusion of force. Ooh, fancy. Especially for obsidian, the lead seems to release the energy slower than the solid copper. And I end up with a lot more crushed edges when I use the solid copper. I see. Yeah, there is a difference in the characteristics. I do have lead filled also. Yep. Jim Cooper says, I'm sure with more practice I can learn to compensate. Yeah. After a while, you don't even need to pay attention to what you're doing. Your subconscious will pick it up. The human brain is amazing. It's almost like we developed alongside of Flintknapping. Yeah, it's amazing. Jim Cooper, I'm sure with more. Yep. Jesse says, Jim, I haven't had luck with a rounded solid copper either. This is a flat paddle with a flat end. Yeah. Stephen Stacy, email sent. Okay. So I'll just reply so that you'll have a confirmation that I got it. Yay. Yeah. Send me some obsidian. I'm going to say that would be awesome. If I can spell awesome. Yeah, but there's spell check, dude. Yeah, but it doesn't always do it. Sometimes I hit the correct word on spell check, and I hit enter or whatever, and it still spells it wrong. Let's see. Or I'm not looking at the right one. It'll give you two spellings, and one of the spellings is correct, and one of them isn't. One of them isn't, because the one that isn't correct is what you typed in. So I'm thinking, since that's the first choice, that's the one I should push. I think that's where my problem is. Let's see. So I sent back that email. That would be awesome. Brutus. Jim Cooper. I also tried both solid boppers and solid copper billets. Let's see. Brutus, finger even cripes. I don't understand that one. Mary, can you nap? But you can nap, but you can't click a like button. Blades and points. Sal says, I still like the aluminum billet, but the bopper can help on tougher shirts. Yeah. Let's see. I have only seen a few use back flaking. Kind of crunch the edge dull to strengthen rather than abrasion. Kind of scrunch the edge dull to strengthen rather than abrading. Okay. But if you flake, I guess you're flaking toward yourself when you do the back flaking. That to me sounds like you're going to shower yourself with flakes. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Jesse says, I got a set of the Harbor Freight diamond files. Not bad. Awesome. How much are they these days? Are they like $7 or $8? Or do they increase the price because everyone's been returning? And back to Spalls versus Rock to point. I do both, which one that spear point is, I'm not sure, but I generally prefer Rock to point because I can yield a single larger blade. Yeah. Maximize the nodule for the biface. That's what I call it. Frodo Joe, I use my 1.5-inch solid bopper when I go rock hunting. This New York crap beats the hell out of boppers. Oh yeah. That Onondaga stuff is tough. Jim says, I do save the solid copper billets for nasty rock and field spalling because I hit a lot of hard rocks looking for good material. Yeah. I just bring a steel hammer for the field stuff. That's what I do. Anyone ever center, drill, and fill antler with melted lead for weight? Well, if it's melted lead, it'll cook the antler. You've got to, I would just glue in some lead. I wouldn't pour in the melted lead to the antler. It'll weaken the antler. I've made boppers that the cap is sweated to copper pipe. That way I can pour as much lead in it as I want. Then I hockey tape a cap on the other end. Hockey is wrapped around the handle. I see. Scott Lauer says, I dream of a solid copper bopper. Jim says, Jim Cooper, one more thing I'd ask you to check for is that I don't think you opened the first part of my second try with the authentic artifacts. Those I think you'd find interesting. Well, I find them all interesting. If I don't have a surprised look on my face, it's because it's been dulled down by the thousands and thousands of artifacts, samples that people have sent me, nap-ins that I've been to. Well, I haven't been to thousands of nap-ins, but I've seen a lot. So, but your stuff is interesting. Don't get me wrong. Because I don't react. I'll check it out though. I'll check out those artifacts. Oh, Matthias did send his best artifact. Okay, so that's what that means. So Matthias sent a picture of his best artifact. Dang, that is pretty good. And Matthias is from Denmark, I believe. Nice. Awesome. See, Brutus says, yes, toward myself, but my thumb stops most of the tiny chips. I made a leather thumb cover to stop slivers. Oh, okay. So your thumb kind of helps to block the flakes. All right. I don't think I've seen that done like that. I've seen pressure flaking done that way. Justin Cornelius, don't hit the pumpkin obsidian with aluminum. it'll scoop out too much. How do I know? I don't know. Scott Lauer. Jesse, I probably will. Or Snyder. I store replacement flaker tips inside the handle of these copper pipe boppers too. Very good. Jim Cooper. I take a steel rock hammer, but part of my criteria for whether or not I take it home is if it can be easily flaked by a copper billet. Yeah. That makes sense. That's a sweet artifact, Mary says. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, just like that, Patrick. Yeah. The only time I've seen that kind of action is I have a friend of mine who naps pressure flakes that way, so he doesn't have to keep flipping the workpiece back over. He just will. Interesting technique. I bought. Let's see. Bushy says I bought an 8-inch long, 2-inch diameter moose billet at a flea market, found in an old knapping kit. This is as hard as rock. Also, 10 preforms and some copper. Guy didn't know what it was. $30. Dang it. Yeah, I need to go back to flea markets, I suppose. Matthias says, thanks. You're very welcome. Yeah, it was a nice artifact for sure. I'm amazed that it hasn't broken yet with all the farming going on. Brendan, nice photo. Jordan, which would be more of a useful weight, a 12-ounce bopper or an 8-ounce bopper? I like the 8-ounce bopper. Anything between 7 and 9 or 10 ounces. That's the normal range that I use boppers. One of the artifacts I sent pics of, says Jim, is of a blue-gray hand axe. It almost has the same color as some Georgetown flints. I see. Yeah, Matthias says, yeah, you found it in a field. Yeah, that's even more lucky. Yeah, because who knows how many times it's been plowed or lived on or developed or whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Brutus says, my works donut is my picture here. Only direct percussion for that point. Awesome. Direct percussion only is difficult. Brennan, I'm always looking for antlers and rocks at flea markets. Flea markets are awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, I must have been going to the wrong flea markets because the ones I went to are. My ex-wife used to drag me to these flea markets every other Saturday or whatever. Oh, it was not a good experience. Yeah, nothing I wanted there. They were just her and my daughters, because my daughters were born first. They'd rummage through all the clothing and stuff, and they'd buy some little knickknacks and jewelry and all that stuff. And they'd say, "How does this look? How does this look?" I said, "Well, you're probably asking me because I can't say it looks bad." But I didn't say that. But that's what they're thinking. So they buy everything. What size bopper do you use most? I'm talking diameter, 1.5 inches. Well, the one I use the most is 1 5/8 diameter. Robbie Bobby, that's your first comment? What size of bopper do you use most? Yeah, 1 5/8 inch diameter. Jim Cooper, oh, I meant to ask in your video testing the boppers. It sounds like you discovered why I like the smaller 3/4 inch bopper Obsidian. Yeah. Jim Cooper says, last year in Quartzsite Flea Market, I picked up a couple large solid copper hammers for $10. Holy moly. You buy those brand new and they cost a fortune. Especially if they got the spinning heads on them. Which I think like most of them do, but they still cost a lot. What was I going to look at on that email? I forgot now. Oh, yeah. I was going to look at something on it in the email, but now I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Butter says, I reckon I reconnected with an old friend recently, and to my surprise, his father is into bows and arrows. Aren't I lucky? Yes, you are. Bushy says, we did set up last year at a flea market, sold $450 of crap from our garage and 3 knives for $40 each. Well, that worked out. Yeah. Trader World Flea Market in Ohio is huge and awesome. Plan on spending 4 hours or more there. You're more patient than I am, Ralph. Jim Cooper says, if it was mine, it was artifacts. The email, I mean. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I lost track of what I was. Oh, I know what I was thinking of doing. It wasn't the email, it was the auction. Yeah, I need to check and put likes on all the bids that I can see so that you'll know that I see your bids. And you'll know that I've seen your comments. I put a like on the comment if you comment unrelated to the bidding. Oh, there's a guy from Monterrey, Mexico. Monterrey is where all my family is from in Mexico. Let's see. On that side of my family, on my mom's side. All right, let's get this so I can see it. Let's get the comments straight here so I can see and put them in the newest order. Pardon me while I check the auction. Make sure I put likes on all everybody's bids. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Okay. Everything is being bid on. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see that one. Very good. Ooh, that's a very nice bid on the bifaces. Yeah. It seems to be a popular item, box of refined bifaces. It just uses up all my material. I wish I could do like 8 boxes of refined bifaces a week, but then I'd be out of material in 2 weeks. Let's see. I like that place too, Ralph, but I like to go to the other side of the highway, Treasure Isle. But the best flea market is Brookville, Indiana, only on Wednesdays. I see. Fertile Joe or Bushy says, I have to go check out the auction, BRB. Be right back. Mike Tufts. I like to buy the old tools and restore them. I actually have tools in Hollywood used on the newer Perry Mason show. On the newer Perry Mason show. That's interesting. R. Snyder, I'm sure Mike has been to Traders World Flea Market. Yeah. Jim Cooper says, being in New England, you might enjoy the books of Eric Sloan. His books are about old woodworking and barns historic to New England. Yeah, that'd be cool. I do like books on architecture and stuff like that. And old woodworking, yes. Man, that Elko ear, nice narrow notches. Well, thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I got it right here. I used it in the thumbnail. It's got transparency. You can't see it very well. You know what? The low light conditions, that's what makes the motion look weird. Yep. Look at that. See, now it's weird. So I just need to increase the light. When I'm doing the Flintknapping, I need to have like lights everywhere. Oh, I hate that. Yeah. But I'll take one for the team. Yeah. When I'm Flintknapping, I don't like a bunch of light in my eyes, but I'm going to have to use a lot of light for the next Flintknapping live stream. It's coming up Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. All right. So now I know. Yes. What time is it? We still got 1 hour to go if you want to keep going. If you don't, we can cut it early if you want. That Elko is similar to a Frio point. Yes, it is. It's amazingly similar. When you look in the book, compare the Elkos to the Frios, they're almost exactly the same. And the size and everything. I wonder if they met each other. I mean, the cultures, that is. Fertile Joe, Bushy. There was a flea market in Wilmington, Vermont, every Saturday, I think in the summer. That's about 30 minutes west of Brattleboro. That's only an hour drive for me then. Wilmington. Yeah. I'll bring $5. That's all I'm going to bring to the flea market is $5. If I bring more than that, I will definitely spend all of it. But if I spend $5, I won't feel so bad. Only $5. But no, I'm kidding. Yes. There's no way that I could only bring $5 and only spend that much. That's why I usually don't go to flea markets or anything like that. Jeopardy is on at 7:30. Wife will get one right if she's lucky. One of them out of the whole show? Dang. Let's see, Jim Cooper. He talks about building techniques and notching in different styles from Shaker, Amish to Dutch to French influence, etc. Talks about colonial practices with everyday life with really nice line drawings. Well, that's pretty good. It sounds like an interesting book for sure. Let's see. Eric Sloan. Hold on a second. I'm going to take a picture of the chat so I don't lose that. Yeah. Right? That worked or no? Yes. Okay. See, if I don't do that and take a picture of the chat, I'll be looking forever for where I saw it. And I make sure I click the button so you guys can replay the chat. Yeah. So, but you have to scroll through the video and then the chat scrolls also, which is kind of a pain because I don't know if you can search. Let me know if you are able to search the chat for keywords and it'll bring you right to it. If you can, that'd be awesome. But I can't figure it out. $5, buy a hot dog and fries. Yeah, but then I throw the fries to the birds and just eat the hot dog and dump the bun in the trash can. You forget I only eat meat these days. Jordan says, okay, you talked me into it. I just ordered a 9-ounce bopper. Well, dang it. I didn't talk you into it. I just said that was what I liked. Now, did you buy it for me? No, of course not. I'm kidding. It's not just one book. There's several books, just says Jim. Okay. Matthias, have you seen the Scandinavian Mesolithic transverse arrows or arrowheads? Yes, I've seen the transverse arrowheads. They're cool. Jesse says, I have no issue with flake over grind as the point is lens-shaped and convex. No offense, but a lot of knives at trade shows made from slabs only have surface flakes to remove saw marks. Yuck. Yeah, and they're all the same thickness all the way down. Yeah, and they're mainly for display, so that's why they do the perfect flaking. Yeah, I don't own one of those. Well, I do own one or two as gifts. People have sent me those as gifts, but I wouldn't buy one because it is kind of delicate at the connection between the handle and the blade. I like a little bit more heft right there. Bent Creek Stone and Steel, howdy, from hot South Texas. Yeah, don't remind me. Hot and humid. Yeah, I remember those days. My wife gives me a 15-minute limit when I go shopping at Bass Pro Shop because I buy 2 of everything. Yeah, one for you and one for me. Let's see. got to watch Crafty to learn indirect on those slabs. Yeah. It's not that hard once you get used to it. As long as the slab is not too wide. A friend of mine sent me some really wide slabs and says, hey, try this. And he's probably chuckling. Thin slabs, wide. Some of the best fog nappers, they can push a flake all the way across to the center. But when I use percussion on those, because I don't use a lot of pressure, I snap those way too easy. So what I do is I snap them ahead of time, make little arrowheads out of them. Yeah, I don't tell them though. I just go, wow, thanks for the slabs, man. We go home and easy peasy little ones. All right, Jesse, you're right. My knives ain't perfect, but all from Spalls. All right, let's see. Jordan says, those slabs particularly for fog napping? Yes, they are. I would have just used indirect as well. Yeah, the slabs that I got from Robert Lofton are for fog napping, and 99% of slabs are for fog napping, whether they're flat or convex, fully ground to be convex. The ones that are used for percussion, sometimes they're called percussion slabs, but usually they're just thicker. They're 3/8 to a half inch for percussion. But the guys that slab those, they don't like slabbing thick slabs because they can get more out of the rock if they do the thinner slabs. Yeah. Let's see. Bent Creek Stone and Steel. It's going to be 100 down here this week. Dang it. That's too hot. That's way too hot. We're in South Texas. I used to live in a little town called Elsa. Ferdo Joe. Let's see. I looked at knives on eBay when I first started and had no idea how they got them so straight. Now I know. There you go. Laredo. I've been to Laredo many times. Yeah. My ex-wife had relatives in Laredo and friends. Of course, she had friends everywhere there. And is Progreso over the border from Laredo? I can't remember. I don't remember my geography down there anymore. R. Snyder, just be prepared for internal flaws that might be in slabs. Yes, yes. How do I know? I don't know. Patrick, what town did you grow up in? I grew up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It's right on the coast. At that time when I lived there, it's because that my dad was in the Air Force and he got stationed at Pease Air Force Base right outside of Portsmouth. But there's also a Navy base on the other side of the river in Kittery, Maine. And I grew up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire from the age of 5 to 21. Yeah, so I like New England towns. It sticks with you. Once you grow up in an area, you kind of feel at home in that kind of environment. And this town that I'm living in now in Vermont is the same kind of environment that I grew up in. So I feel right at home. But, I spent 30 some odd years in Texas, so I can't say that that's not my home also. Because, I do, to a certain extent, I feel comfortable in Texas, especially around the people and the food. But I do think better when I'm up here, especially in the cold weather. I can't stand the heat. Let's see. Progresso is on the other side of McAllen. Okay, that's what it is. I've been to McAllen so many times, I don't even want to think about it. Let's see. Jim Cooper. So I'm curious if someone who's in chat consistently send you a box of stuff, they would get priority on rock challenge videos or smoking vids. So I'm curious if someone who's on chat consistently sends you a box of stuff, would they get priority on rock challenge videos or smoking vids? Yeah, I try to do that where if someone sends me something, I'll try to get it on video as soon as possible. Sometimes, like on Mike Tuft's stuff, just recently, I stashed his box to get into a video, but then I made a mistake and put other stuff on top of it, and I lost track of it. So I will try to get your stuff on video right away if you send it to me. But if I don't, just send me a reminder because I'm a spaz. Okay, send up some lobsters. I love them. Let's see. Bent Creek Stone and Steel. Nuevo Laredo is across from Laredo. Oh, okay. I should have remembered that. That's too easy. That's why I don't remember it because it's too dang easy. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's see. We've been to Progreso several times. Nuevo Laredo. I've only been to Nuevo Laredo once. Um, Been to Monterrey 3 or 4 times. I like getting on there. At the time we went, they had just, maybe not just built it, but they had built a freeway. You pay a toll and you go on the freeway. It's so nice. You don't have to drive through all the little towns and stuff. Not that the little towns are not interesting. It's just that sometimes there's these little traffic, not traffic, roadblocks, and people, they stop your car. They set up a little roadblock. I don't know if it's up and up or whatever, but they'll ask you, what are you doing? You Americans? Yeah. Okay. That kind of thing. Hi Patrick, it's David from UK. Are you retired? No. Hey David. Let's see. In a way, yes, because I used to be a draftsman. That's my trade. I did that on and off for years because I also have children, right? So my ex-wife and I would switch back and forth. Sometimes I would stay home with the kids, and sometimes she would stay home with the kids. Uh, you know, uh, but yeah, I'm not retired because I still work. I'm doing napping and other little related projects for a part-time business. Uh, so I'm not fully retired, no. And I don't plan on getting fully retired. I might, at 70 years old, I'll collect Social Security, whatever, but that's just going to go to pay bills. And uh, I'm trying to build up a part-time business into a full-time business. Yeah. So I don't plan on retiring. Let's see. I grew up in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, 1 block from the ice rink. Played hockey from age 6 to 25. Yeah, that's one thing that I had a chance to do. And skiing, I had a chance to go skiing a lot. Never did and never learned to ice skate well, although I have been ice skating several times. Uh, I tried playing hockey, but my skating is terrible. I have hypermobility. That means my ankles are extremely flexible. My knees are very flexible. My fingers are very flexible. So I would always twist my ankle, but not seriously. But every time I'd ice skate, I had to sit it out because my ankles would get sore. Let's see. Too much information, I know. Jim says, okay, well, send me your address when you've got my email at this point, I imagine. Or should I send another specifically requesting? No, I think you sent me enough emails that I can just reply to one of your emails with my address. Okay, let's see. Um, yeah, let me see here. Oh, I know why I'm having trouble. I can't even read my own address. I just sent a reply to you, Jim. It's a reply to try 2 part 4. Okay, let's see here. Bent Creek Stone and Steel It's still the same way going to Monterey. Awesome. Yeah. If I ever go back, because my uncle, well, one of my uncles has died, has passed away already, but I've got 6 uncles. So I have 5 more left. I need to go visit before they pass away. Scott Lauer, Matthias Melander, Swedish artifact finds, pitted wear, etc., transverse access. He finds some amazing stuff. Yes. You guys know each other, huh? Ed Gould, hello everyone. Hey, I got here just in time to hear lobster. They closed all the red lobsters here and even tore them down. Yeah, I haven't seen a red lobster in a while. Jim Cooper says, my bad. I'll cool it for a while. It's the autism info dump. I don't get to talk about my stuff often. I see. Mike Tufts. No more endless shrimp, Ed. Sad day in America. Yeah. It is a sad day when there's no more endless shrimp. Matthias says, yeah, I'm talking to him a bit on Instagram and Facebook. He finds some amazing stuff, and I have a lot of knowledge. Helped me identify, he has a lot of knowledge. Helped me identify quite a bit of artifacts. Awesome. R. Snyder says, Patrick, you could play goalie, but it's crazy having pucks flying at you. Yeah. Actually, they would stick me in as goalie. Yeah. You already know. They stick me in as goalie, and I just lay down on the puck. Yeah, and once in a while I get smacked with a stick. Why do you always just dive on the puck, man? What else can I do? I'm a spaz. You don't dive on the puck, and I won't smack you in the face. Yeah, well. Oh well. I see you at the Heart of Texas Nap-Ins if you make it. Bent Creek says, I'll see you at the Heart of Texas Nap-Ins. Nap-In if you make it. All right. Yep, I'll see you there if I make it, for sure. Butter says, and Hooters are gone too. I heard about that one. Frodo Joe, I used to trade venison to my buddy in Rhode Island for lobsters. He would never eat lobster. Dang. That's weird. Mike Mason, that's okay. I've been quiet today, turning into a 14.5 hour day, maybe longer. Yikes. That's not good. Brutus says, you're welcome to type at me all you like, Jim Cooper. There you go, Brutus. Send emails to Brutus. Let's see. Yeah, I heard about the Hooters thing. That's a bummer. I've only been to Hooters a few times, though. And funny, and this is funny. Well, I don't know. See, my ex-wife knew some girls that worked at the Hooters. So she goes, let's go see Mary or whatever her name was. Mary who? The one that works at Hooters. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to be tortured. No, let's just go and say hi. Okay. Mm-hmm. It was funny like that. Yep. Yeah, my ex-wife used to be a Budweiser girl. So she would get paid to attend the Budweiser sponsored events or whatever. And then she met Hooters girls and stuff too, and all these other crazy people. That's Bent Creek, Stone and Steel. Crazy that it's dark there. Yeah, it's already dark. Sun is shining and the kids are swimming in the pool down here. Yeah, of course. This is Christmas Town. It feels like I'm at the North Pole all year round. I wish. Stephen Stacy, I've never been to any Hooters. Dang it, you missed out. Especially in the beginning. Do they still have Twin Peaks? You can go there instead. Brutus Thunderhand, no worries, Jim. Just expect the same in return. Yeah. Ed Gould, yeah, I was a guy trapped in a woman's body myself. Then I was born. I didn't see that one coming. That's good. That was a good one. Jim Cooper, anytime it's much better than replying. I'm much better at replying to stuff than initiating. So do that with what you will. Jordan says, I've been to that Hooters in Fort Collins, Ed. R. Snyder went to woodland caribou hunting in Newfoundland. Oh, you went woodland caribou hunting in Newfoundland. The lobsters were cheap there. Face snapped a lot of them. Well, dang. Cheap lobster seems like something you don't say these days. See, Ed Gould says it's right next to the Harley store. Yeah, I'm so glad that I don't have to be dragged to go meet people and go shopping and all that stuff anymore. It's so nice. I do like going to hardware stores, though. You still have Twin Peaks? Okay, then. You don't have to be all. Let's see. You don't have to be all crying about Hooters, I suppose. Yeah. Well, the one and only I've been to. Let's see. Face snapping makes me smile. Yes, it does. I don't have anything to face snap. I do have some sausages in the freezer that I forgot to thaw out, so I'm gonna probably thaw those in the microwave and face snap those after the auction. That is funny. All right, I want to check the auction really quick again and put likes on everything. I see that I've got some replies, notifications of replies. So let's see. Let me see. Newest comments. So just so you, in case you're new, you're one of the 26 people. No, one of the 33 people that's not. If you're not commenting, you're just new and just watching. I have an auction going right now. It's not a live auction. It's just a video. And you bid in the comment section, and I check to see the comments. And if I see the comment, I'll put a like on it. And that's how you know that I see your little bid. Yeah. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern, I announce the winners. In case you don't know. So I'm just going. I'm on number 6 right now. 7G07. 7G08. 7G09. 7G10. I got 10 items. All right. So I put likes on all the bids that I see. Now, sometimes I don't get to see all of them because YouTube is quirky like that. So if I don't put a like on your bid, if you don't have one on your bid and you did bid, it means I can't see it. So try again or email me at jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Lobster is $15.99 a pound this week. Yikes. I needed to smile after this day. Mike says. Brutus, Jim, much the same here, but I shall make the effort. Bent Creek. Mike Mason, I'm fixing the face snap, a ribeye and salad. Okay. Sounds good. Except for the salad. Jim Cooper, sounds good, Brutus. Ed Gould says, I'm only going to bid once tonight. I got 10 from Georgia this week and a couple from you last week. Yeah. 10. Dang it. 10 from Georgia. Interesting. Jordan Kirkpatrick, deciding what's for dinner is as hard as thinning down a Texas bull gravel. Dang it. Yeah, some people have a hard time figuring out what they want to eat. Face napped some Cajun fried chicken tonight. Yum, yum, that's right. Mike Mason, heck, but trash nap the salad. Yeah, trash nap it. Yeah, dumpster nap it. I'll eat salad once in a while, but I prefer coleslaw. Yeah. Ed Gould, several coral points. Oh, I see. Bought some coral points. Very nice. Sounds very nice. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I got the window open, but the neighbors are not watching. You can tell that they're sneaky when they get the little light on. But who knows? So we have 3 families living next door on this side, and I think 4 families on their side. These houses are huge. The property that I'm living on, or here where my dad's house is, or used to be his house, used to be a large house as well, and it burned down. I think that's why the neighbors are so finicky about fires being lit in the backyard. Anyway, the house here burned down several years ago, and it was a vacant lot for a while. And then my dad and my stepmom bought it. It's actually one of the bigger lots because it's almost a quarter acre, which is bigger than the ones next to me. It goes up on a hill in the back where a lot of these properties just stop. Yeah, they don't go farther back, but mine goes up the hill. Of course, I can't build back there. It's a slope, but at least I can. I might be able to stick some stuff in there. I can grow viburnum and stuff back there. I think I am going to put like a stilt a hut on stilts back there on the hill. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I hate salad in the trash in the summer. Compost nap the salad. Yeah, compost nap it. Jim Cooper, you live about an hour away from my uncle. He lives up in East Corinth. Corinth, New York or Vermont. Jordan says, saw someone nap a point made from ocean wave. Was translucent and green with dots. What is that? Never seen anything like it. I don't know what that is either. Yeah, it's dark already in Vermont. It got dark a while ago. Yeah, dark here in eastern New York. Yeah, Bushy's the same. Bushy's at the same, almost exact latitude that I am. But he's over in New York. Let's see. Ed Gould says it could be some coral or palm. I don't know. I never heard of ocean wave chert or whatever it is. Bent Creek Stone. It's a jasper. Okay. Ocean wave is a jasper. Let's see. Fardo Joe. I'm near Corinth, New York, Saratoga area. Yeah. Jordan says thanks. Ralph says we still have light in Michigan. Yeah, you're further south, latitude wise. Like tough. Still light in Ohio. Probably the Appalachian Mountains cutting them off. Yeah, we're in a little valley here. I mean, the Connecticut River is right down the street, so we're in a low spot. Then we got hills on both sides, but that just means we have a lot of indirect light for a longer period of time than most people. But yeah, the sun has set a while ago. Let's see. Ed Gould, ocean wave could be glass too. Could be. Ocean wave jasper. Dark here for 5 hours. Matthias, yeah, but you're way up in Denmark, right? Yeah. It's cheating. Wanted to get some ocean picture stone. See if it's nappable. Dan Hurd videos. Anyone see those kind of things? Justin asks, has anyone seen the Dan Hurd videos? This doesn't sound familiar to me. R. Snyder. I think Ocean Wave is from Madagascar. Ever heard of uh, Binthalia? Binthalia opalite from Australia? Nope, I have not heard of that. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Benthalia opalite. I haven't heard of that. No. I just know if it naps. I've been handed all kinds of stuff, and people that tell me what it is. I never keep track of what it is. If it naps, it naps. If it doesn't, ching, into the little bucket. It's either bucket napped or I nap it. Excuse me while I check a few things here. I got a bunch of notifications. Dang it. Let me clear all the notifications. I'll get too distracted. Okay. The important ones I already responded to. All right. Jim Cooper says, I'll throw some in. Very pretty colorful stuff. Awesome. Jim Cooper says it naps very well. Mac Bales, hey. Hills on both sides equals a holler. Yeah, we live in a holler down here. Yes, we do. Jordan Kirkpatrick. I looked up Ocean Wave Jasper, and that's definitely it. Awesome stuff. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. A couple of days ago, I went driving around in the areas around here that I have not been to yet, in the neighborhoods that are up on the hills and stuff. And I passed by a spot where it says public sand. I said, what is a public sand? And it's a little shed. The front is wide open, and there's sand in the shed, and there's a sign outside that says public sand. No contractors. I'm going, Now, if I take some of the sand home, do I have to give it back? No, I after a while, I said, okay, I know what that is. So you can spread sand on your driveways and sidewalks and stuff like that, because it's been very icy. Yeah. But I didn't know I could just go down. It's like 3 minutes from me. I can go down that street and then it's a little curve, and up on top of the hill almost, there's a little shed that says public sand. Never seen such a thing. Let's see. There's a town near me in New York. Do not go there, Allentown. You might not return. Yeah, okay. Very good. I will not go there. I'm very good at not going places, so don't worry. Jim Cooper says, Dan Hurd is a prospector and rockhound gem hunter who does a bunch of educational YouTube vids. One of the stuff he's known for is a material known as ocean picture stone. Awesome. Let's see. Bushy says, town barn here, you can get sand, no contractors. Town barn here, you can get sand, no contractors. Okay. It's called Town Barn. Awesome. Yeah, because I was going to buy some rock salt. I mean, everything's melted pretty much now. The sun was out. It was like 55 degrees. So, like, the place where I was just worried about the mailman falling down on the ice on the driveway, but it's all melted now. So, yeah. Jim Cooper says, are you sure you're good enough at not going places? You may need more practice. No, believe me, I'm very good at not going anywhere. I am too good at that. And I am good at not speaking to people in normal everyday life. Yeah. I'm very good at being a hermit. Dan Hurd's ocean wave is not nappable. Ed Gould says it's not nappable. Well, that's not good. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What's the strangest thing someone has handed me to try to nap? I think it's seashell. Can you nap your seashell? I got some conch, so I got a piece. And you can sharpen the edges of it. It's just you can't run flakes on it, but you can sharpen edges on the shell. Jim Cooper says, trust me, I'm in the same boat, Patrick, as far as not going anywhere. It's easy for us autists to not go anywhere. Yeah. Stephen Stacy, you planning any rock-ins this year? I don't have any rock-ins planned. Bent Creek says, I don't know anyone who would want to go anywhere in New York. They don't respect my concealed carry permit, so I'm out. Yeah, that's an issue. But like Bushy says, if I just keep it out of sight as I'm going through there, no problems. Jim, you too? Small world. Hey, Ghoul, it's too rough, grainy. Yeah. Let's see. Usually when I go to nap-ins, the hardest stuff, this is just one of my topics. What have people given to me to nap? The most common thing that I get at nap-ins is quartz. Can you nap some quartz, please? Can you nap this? I didn't heat it, but can you try it? And then I try it, and they, oh, that's not bad. Here, try this heated piece. Oh, you had a heated piece of that? I don't say that though. I'm just thinking it. But they just want to see the potential. Yeah, usually I don't show them much potential because then someone else will come up. Hey, can you nap this piece of quartz? And they'll look around. Quartz? Who's napping quartz? I got a bucket. Where is he? Yeah. So don't advertise that you nap quartz because you'll get swamped. Bushy says, Bent Steel, New York sucks on the 2nd, but I'm up here in the boonies. Everyone has a house full. Jim Cooper, Ed, has anyone tried? I know the brown host rock isn't, but some of the white and blue parts look like a chalcedony that could be heat treated. Mike Mason says, finally leaving work? Dang it. Mary says, New York has nothing in it that I need. Not even the Letchworth nap-in? I need to go to the Letchworth nap-in as soon as I can. As soon as I'm available to go, I am going to go to Letchworth. They've got like 4 nap-ins a year. Stephen Stacy, nap-in is what I meant. Oh, what was your last comment? I forgot already. Yeah, I'm planning on one nap-in this year in April. Right? The Brady nap-in, Heart of Texas nap-in in Brady, Texas at Richards Park Pavilion. I want to go to that one this year, but as luck would have it, my grandson is going to be born right around that time. Same time, in April, middle of the month, toward the end of the month. So we'll see how it goes. I got to play it by ear. Let's see. Bushy says, Mary, we have high taxes and an idiot for governor. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about Vermont's government. Oh. I like New Hampshire, but New Hampshire's a mixed bag. There's good spots and bad spots. Here in Vermont, it's pretty laid back. Yeah, it's laid back pretty much. The government's not all that great. But let's see. Jim Cooper. At the end of March is the huge Glass Buttes nap-in. Yeah. I can't make it to that one. August nap-in at Letchworth is the big one. Okay. If I don't go there, I'll go to Flint Ridge at Cochocton. Okay. Very interesting. So I know the August nap-in at Letchworth is the big one. Okay. That's up north, yes. Glass Buttes is up north in Oregon. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Brutus says. The Danish tax is crazy. Yeah, I believe it. Matthias says 42%. Holy moly. That's terrible. Jim Cooper, South Central Oregon. Yeah. The Glass Butte says South Central Oregon. Yep. One of my daughters lived in Oregon, just outside of Seattle for a while. And I had a chance to go up to visit her. But then she said, "No, Dad, don't come up because I'm moving down to Texas again. I mean, I'll come back." I go, "All righty." Well, I don't know. I could have gone to Glass Buttes. You spoiled my chance. But yeah, I'll go there anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe it's New York City that you wouldn't like. Yeah, upstate New York is not bad as far as driving through there. It's a lot like Vermont and New Hampshire and Maine. It's pretty much the same. Upstate New York is a lot like the rest of New England. It's just when you start getting south near the coast is when everything starts going south, so to speak. Yeah, the closer you get to the coastlines around here, up in New England, yeah, I think the crazy people like the ocean or something. Yeah, it's got to be it. Here where I am at, in the hills and mountains and stuff, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Smallzilla's here. Monday stream. Woo! What did I miss? We just discussed how much you can make Flintknapping. Somebody said they made $1 million. Let's see. Jim Cooper, Fertile Joe, about 4 hours, about 12 hours away in Eastern Washington. So Glass Buttes is 4 hours from Portland. Interesting. RAP, never been north of Dayton, Ohio, or west of Kentucky. No dang. Bushy says 50 miles north of New York City is great. All mountains, rolling farms, and wilderness area. Yes. I drive through there all the time. Well, whenever I go back and forth from Vermont to Texas, I always go through upstate New York. I don't hug the coast. Yeah. Yeah. But one time when I brought the family up here to see their grandfather and their grandmother, they go, "Dad, let's drive past New York. I want to see New York." Ah, only for you. Only for you because you're my children. We'll go. And my ex-wife wanted to see too. We'll go just because of you. Yes, we'll just drive. We won't drive through the city. We'll drive around it so you can see all the buildings and all the cool stuff. Yeah. But that's it. We're not going to go in. We're not going to go to no dang restaurants or museums or nothing. Let's see. Although they probably have awesome museums and stuff. I have to admit, there's some stuff that is good there. I just don't like going there. I mean, I've never been. I've been to Boston several times. I've heard it's a mixed bag these days. We shall see. I might go to Boston, but I don't like cities anymore. No. Smallzilla says, very good. I have been considering going to the Dover Nap-In. Got some friends who said they would like to see me attend. Never been to one, so not sure what to expect or bring. Bring a bunch of quartz. Yeah. And look for the guy who's napping quartz and torture him. Because someone else has got to get tortured. I don't want all the fun. Yeah. Too much fun for me. The only time I was ever mugged was in Portland. Yeesh. I'm glad I've never been mugged. Probably because I stay away from cities. That's scary to me, Patrick. Yeah. What is scary? Being mugged by people who want me to nap quartz? Let's see. Fertile Joe. My ex-wife lives near Seattle, not far enough west, as far as I'm concerned. Any further west, and she'll be in the ocean. I think that's your point, right? Matthias Melander. Good night, everybody. Good night, Matthias. Yeah, it's very late for you, Jim Cooper. You never look into that Pequot Museum? Yeah, not yet. I don't do things like super duper fast. I got it on my list. My list has got 42,896 things on it. Yeah. Let's see. Mary says New York seems scary. Well, upstate New York is not scary at all. Not at all. On here in Iowa, we got the finest quartzite, Sioux quartzite. It's a favorite of landscapers due to its maroon pinkish color. I have no doubt you could make stuff from it, but couldn't be me. But it couldn't be me. Yeah, just bring some of that with you, that Sioux quartzite to the Knapping. And what else do you bring? Just bring your Knapping kit. But I've seen people go to Knappings with $100, and that's it, and their dog. And they walk around and they go, ah, that's cool. Ooh, you made that? Ooh, you made that? You ever cut yourself doing that? And ask dumb questions. Even if you know exactly what's going on, you can ask dumb questions, and no one will know. If you've never been to a Knapping, who's going to know that you're, very experienced? But yeah, it's just like going to, what can I compare it to? I don't know. It is kind of an unusual thing to sit around and talk to people who are actually doing something instead of like watching a sports game or whatever, or a concert. I was going to say it's like going to a concert, but it's not exactly the same thing. It's like going to a family get together where you hardly know any of the relatives. Yeah, that's what it's like. New York City, yes. Yeah, I avoid New York City, Mary, for sure. Jim Cooper says, actually, that's not true, Patrick. West of Seattle is the Olympic Peninsula. Oh, Olympic Peninsula. Oh, well. Jim, I was there last year, but it was closed that day. I'll be there this summer. We go to Mystic for a few days. Ed Gould says, I wanted to ask you how you find Gronk. It's not Grunk, it's Grok. You have to be on Twitter or X Twitter. I pay for a subscription to X Twitter, and I get Grok as a perk, I suppose. But I think there's now a Grok app. You can just type in Grok, Grok, space app. Hit the Google, write it in Google and hit enter. And I think they have a separate app now for Grok. I don't know if it costs anything or if it's got ads in it or whatever. I don't know. But I use Grok every day, actually, just so I can argue with it. It gets better at arguing as time goes on. I just hope they don't dumb it down again. They keep dumbing it down. Let's see. Frodo Joe. Bushy says, look at pics on your PC of Letchworth. You won't believe it's in New York State. Yeah. Smallzilla. I feel as if I would buy enough rock to blow out the suspension on my little Corolla. Yeah, you probably will. To be able to buy it in person sounds absolutely heavenly. I could pick all of the ugliest pieces. Yeah, what you can do, though, is you can ask for the flakes. Can I have some of those flakes? And they'll either say, I'm saving those, or, yeah, go ahead. Just take all you want. Take the whole thing. It helps me. I don't have to clean up. So there, I used to take a whisk broom with me. No, I wasn't that bad. But yeah, I would save all the flakes that I could from Knappings. I still got a bunch. And it's a mixed bag. Some of it's really tough. Some of it's really good. But it's just little flakes. But yeah, free. And I would rummage through the dumpster. They would dump all the flakes because I don't know some of the guys. I don't know them. So I keep forgetting to introduce myself, go over there and see. what they're doing and if I could have some of the flakes. But these days, people just come up to me and give me stuff. Can you nap it? You can have it if you can nap it. Okay, I'll try it. So, yeah. Hmm. Mike Mason says, family gatherings where you hardly know anyone is my specialty. Parents are separated. We're separated. Yeah, Mike Mason says, yeah. A napping is like a family gathering where you hardly know any of the relatives. Because you'll know some of the guys. You go, hey, I know you. You're that guy? Because you wear name tags. I've seen you on the internet. Hey, I've seen you too. How's it going? It's going good. And then start chatting, and you ignore everybody else for a long time. At least that's what happens with me. And then you go, oh yeah, there's other people here too. Okay, I'll come back in a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Fertile Joe. I went to Blake Sheldon's concert Saturday. 4 hours nonstop music, Albany, New York. Dang. Scott Lauer says, good night, everybody. Good night. Robbie Bobby. I used to go to New York City to bar hop all the time. We would go all night long. So many great places. I believe it. Yeah. And I believe there's probably a lot of good live music there too. I'm just not going to go there. I'm very good at not going to New York. Yeah, so nap-ins are like a family reunion, especially if you know some people already. Yes, indeed. That's what it's like. Jim Cooper says, Smallzilla, you can't nap that stuff. I've tried it. It's hard as hell. I know anyone with a quarry at Pipestone hates it because they have to hand dig 10 feet of that stuff to get to the pipestone underneath. Interesting. Olympic Peninsula, great steelhead fishing. R. Snyder, you know about steelhead fishing? Interesting. As for Corns here, hey, we've only got 7 minutes left. Where you been? Let's see. Justin says, think Elon would have Grok talk to you like Gronk? That'd be funny. Yeah, that would be funny. Very good night, Scott. Yep. Almost as good as Michigan steelhead fishing. Awesome. I've never been steelhead fishing. Smallzilla, on the subject of nap-ins, what do you think was the biggest one you've ever attended? I suppose I don't know how big some of them can get. I'm sure there are some large ones out there. Well, the biggest one I attended is a combination of the archery shoot and nap-in at the Twin Oaks Bowhunters uh, yearly or annual competition in Chapmansboro, Tennessee. There's on Saturday is the busiest day. There's 200 people there. Now, at the heart of Texas Nap-In in Brady, I think there's been up to 40 actual flint nappers there. And then all the other guests. So I don't know, 50 people? And I also was at a nap-in called a Llano Nap-In in Texas, but they don't have that one anymore. That was also a good turnout, about 40 nappers there on a good day. I went there twice, I think, 2 or 3 times. Yeah. But for the usual amount, there's about 20. The average amount, I would say. So it ranges from 10 people to 30 people, with 20 being the average on these nap-ins. And they all set up in little areas, and they're on their tarps and ground cloths and stuff. And there are tables for vendors that sell rock, and there's trailers that they can pull up to the site, and they sell rocks out of the back of these trailers. But they also lay out rocks for you to look at. And they also have tables that have their items and stuff. Some of the rock sellers are also nappers. Some of the rock sellers are not nappers. They just dabble in it, maybe a little bit to spall it out, and maybe to do some bifaces, and that's it. Some of my best points were made from leftover flakes from a nap-in. Yeah. Jesse says, Keo Cook, some were too thin, but about 50% were winners. Oh, yeah. Most people don't like napping the small stuff. Jim Cooper says, Snyder, there's a nap-in in August on Whidbey Island, and in odd-numbered years, pink salmon spawn and run right by the property. So once they're spotted, everyone drops their tools and picks up a fishing pole. That's pretty good. Bushy says, a few years ago, Roy Miller's daughter was selling large flakes the size of drink coasters for $5 for $1. That's awesome. Yeah. Smallzilla, in response to Jim Cooper, oh yeah, I bet. I found a singular piece of silicified quartzite, and that was the only time I ever tried quartzite. Got a point from it. My wrists were broken, though. Brutus says, I pick up the flakes that can make small points from my debitage and fill sandbags with the trash. I thought they might be handy as civilization degenerates. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Although I'll just get some public sand. Look to see if you got public sand. Look to see if you have public sand in your area. I never seen it before. It's one of the oddities around here. Well, Bushy has the same thing. I guess anywhere that there's a lot of ice and snow, you get public sand. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, that's what I would get for my sandbags. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you live near the beach, no problem at all. I picked the flakes. Okay. First person I ever met at a nap-in was Freeze Cracked. He napped a rock I gave him and made an awesome point. Well, there you go. You met him. He used to travel a lot. So yeah, it makes sense. I met him a couple times at nap-ins. Yes, sir. I napped right next to him a couple times. Yeah. He learned quick. Yeah. Jerry, Freeze Cracked. He learned how to nap really fast. It's one of those guys that picked it up naturally. As for corn, been busy. My bad. Yeah, where you been? Ed Gould, Jor fan. Ever get up to Belle Foo River for rocks? Let's see. Letchworth is about 40 vendors and about 50 nappers. Saturdays gets a little busy. Okay, that's a good size nap in. Yeah. I knew some Snyders from Piedmont. Ed Gould says this. No public sand here, says Brutus. All private beaches on the Snake and tributaries. Bummer. As for corn, I've met him too. Funny guy. Cool job too. Yeah. Yeah, Jerry was a funny guy. Jim Cooper says, that and all the lovely basalt cliffs, Brutus, don't forget those. As long as the basalt is good to nap. We got one more minute. Nope, it's time to end the live stream. Let's see. I did post something napping footage, though. Okay. The Jack Crafty crowd is the best crowd, Mike Mason says. I have to agree. Yeah, how can I not agree? All right, I'm going to end the live stream. It's 8 o'clock. See you on Wednesday. I'll add more lights so we don't get this weird motion thing going on. See that? When it gets dark, it starts to do that. So I'll figure out how to set up some more shop lights so we can get everyone to see what's going on. All righty? So yes, everybody, good night. I'll see you on the next live stream Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So I run it for 2 hours. All righty? Everyone's saying goodbye. See you later. Take it easy. Take care. Do some face napping. Good night. Right. Good night.